Hi everyone, it's Gothic Man here, coming from Aussie land. I thought I'd sit down and kind of have a bit more of a discussion with yous about baby bats and feelings of being a baby bat and all that entails to a baby bat. Because I've seen a lot of advice floating around the internet, as advice happens, from a lot of people explaining their journeys on how they change from a baby bat to be a Gothic alternative person, or people really sitting down and explaining what it means to be a baby bat, which is all great and fantastic advice, but I really don't think it's it's hitting the nail on the head per se. It's not the advice that some people are after, so I'm kind of trying to give that other advice that's missing out. So we generally know that baby bat is sometimes defined as a young teenage person around 13 to 16 trying to, slowly migrating to the Gothic subculture, but not quite there yet. Why these people more define as baby bats per se is it's more like goth is sort of a life journey. It's not something that just happens overnight and you figure out that you are this Gothic person. It's a slow journey that starts from whenever you were a kid and worked out your own personal taste, and it's been slowly developing over time. It's a spiritual journey with yourself and talking, sitting down with yourself and going, hey, is this me? What are my interests? Am I comfortable with this type of person? I am. And generally when you're between 13 and 16, you're still very shy, nervous, uncomfortable with the person you are. You might have a lot of issues, like you don't like the way you look, you don't like that you're not popular, your mum and dad are telling you other things, the world around you is giving you all this different stuff to really think about and try and take on board. So you have all these other sources around 13 to 14 and that you're trying to work out, and because generally you're still uncomfortable with yourself, you don't know yourself properly because you're still trying to learn where you fit in a place. And that's essentially what a baby bat type of person is. They're really just trying to find a way to fit in. They might not necessarily have interests that are considered gothy per se, but it doesn't matter, because I find if you believe in yourself passionately and you feel that the Gothic subculture has speaking to you, and it is speaking to you, and it explains exactly who you are with the appreciation of the music and the darker cultures, then it is you. Because I hear that question, oh, does it make me less of a goth if I don't dress goth? No, it doesn't make you less of a goth, because a goth is that inner journey with yourself and where you belong and what hits close to home to your heart and what you generally are passionate about with yourself and what you like about yourself. So yeah, a baby bat per se won't have interests that are considered gothy per se, but like Marilyn Manson. But you ask a lot of proper gothy type people that have figured out in their life that they are goth, they still love Marilyn Manson music. So you don't even worry about you don't quite have those interests yet. It's more the point of an inner journey and a spiritual journey with yourself, and really a Gothic person just oozes self-confidence and knows exactly the person that they are inside and out, and that's all it generally is, and that's what it shows. It's not the age, it's just that self-confidence and knowing exactly where you fit in the world and where you stand and your place in the Gothic subculture, being that you might be a really in and actively in the culture, or you might not be actively at all. You might just be your gothy self and just do your normal thing, going to work, studying, and all that, go and see friends, going out drinking, just all that stuff. It doesn't matter where your place is in the Gothic subculture, like being on a YouTube pedestal or a Facebook pedestal or just in real life social pedestal. It doesn't matter. It's that self journey to find who you are, to establish if you feel you're ready to step off, if you've given yourself that baby back pedestal and you feel it's time to step off. It's more that confidence in yourself to go, hey, this is me and this is who I am and this is not gonna change. Because you know how you hear the term that goth is a phase, or it's just a trend and you sort of grow out of it. But this is essentially where the baby bat actually comes in, because people that generally are into the Gothic scene and the Gothic lifestyle, they don't grow out of it. It is a life thing. That term more talks to people that were in that, you might as well say, that baby bat stage where they're looking Gothic and they're sort of starting to touch into the Gothic interests and then dropped out of it because they just worked out that it wasn't them and that wasn't right for them. But I'm hoping this is better advice for people trying to find their place in the world, because I didn't want to just talk about my journey or what it means to be a baby bat. I wanted to try and touch in that other sense where it is an inner self journey and that spiritual journey that needs to be taken. This journey doesn't always happen in a day or a month. This journey can be years that you build onto. It can be a lifetime. It is a lifetime journey. You are growing in your life and you're learning from your experiences and all that. It doesn't matter if your makeup is really bad or your clothes, it just doesn't suit you. Like generally what happens when you are a teenager, you do generally dress really horrible, or you haven't worked out the makeup and the hair quite yet. But that's all a part of your life experience and your life journey that you need to go on to find that gothy person inside, if that makes sense to say. Because I hope, like I said, I hope this is informative. Please give feedback. I don't mind if you feedback me in the comments or through Google+. I'm starting to learn that new setup. I'm learning it. But thank you for watching.